During the holiday season and around Christmas, there are many examples of price discrimination. In this video, we're going to go through 4. My name is Matt Rosu. I'm Dean of the Sigmund Wise School of Business at Susquehanna University. I'm also a professor of economics here. I've taught economics for over 20 years, and I love using pop culture and real-world examples to try to make economics more relatable. First, let's define what price discrimination is. Price discrimination is the practice of charging different people different prices for the exact same product or service. To be able to price discriminate, a firm or an organization has to have, there's several things that have to be in place, several criteria. First, the firm has to be able to come up with some way to identify or differentiate individuals who are willing to pay more and those who are willing to pay less for the product. So you have to be able to spot differences in willingness to pay. Second, the firm would, of course, have to be able to implement a strategy to be able to charge individuals more or less, not just identify them, but there'd have to be some way, some scheme where you could charge some people a particular price and some a different price. And for that to happen, really, it's point 3. The product or service cannot be easily transferable from one person to another, because if you're charging two people very different prices, you run the risk of arbitrage, where the person who's buying it for the low price could just turn around and make a profit by selling it to somebody else if the firm is attempting to charge them a higher price. So classic examples of price discrimination that you see are student and senior discounts at restaurants, right? It's an easy way to distinguish people who might have higher or lower willingness to pay for products. And given it's something that's perishable, it's very tough to transfer the products once they're purchased. Automobile sales are a form of price discrimination where firms will have a high list price and often then sell it at a much lower price, but the exact price depends on exact willingness to pay that firms can extract from each individual. So those are a couple different examples in general. So what are 4 cases of price discrimination where we see that we see over the Christmas season, over the holidays in December? First, be entertainment and travel. So theme park tickets, airlines, and hotel pricing much higher between Christmas and New Year's. Now, Disney World is explicitly charging different prices to go at different times of the year. So the demand between Christmas and New Year's for Disney is basically the highest it is all year long. So they will sell out if they don't raise their prices, and instead of having to ration and just hold people back and not let people in the park, they charge a significant amount more for tickets between Christmas and New Year's. They figure they'd be leaving a lot of money on the table if they don't do this. So Disney tickets, key example. Airlines often charge more during the holidays. Once again, demand to travel around Christmas time is at its one of its highest peaks throughout the entire year. And hotels can also charge more. Of course, a lot of that will be based on location. Hotels that are in popular vacation spots, given so many individuals have a week off of work or a week off of school, there's high demand for vacation travel, and hotels could charge higher prices between Christmas and New Year's. So that's one example. That was an example of where prices will often be higher for the exact same product that you could get the week before or the week after, product or service. Example of things that will be lower, way that firms price discriminate in the opposite direction, are with Christmas decorations and supplies. Once December 26th hits, you often see significant discounts on wrapping paper, on Christmas trees, on ornaments, on any other sort of Christmas decorations, Christmas supplies, Christmas lights. There are a subset of consumers who will be willing to store items for a year. They're happy to store them for a year and will really take advantage of the pricing. They'd rather buy in advance. They'll have a lower willingness to pay. They'll buy them between December 26th and December 31st, basically, maybe even a little bit after if there's still products remaining. They'll store them, and if somebody's really price sensitive, that's a good way to build up your supplies for the holidays at a much lower price. A third and somewhat related is post-Christmas sales on products in general. So not just Christmas supplies and decorations, but there could be particular items. There could have been a hot Christmas item that would have been selling for a premium between, say, November 25th to December 24th. Leftover inventory might not be quite as popular afterwards. You could see significant price reductions for perhaps there's some hot toy, and a lot of them sold, but maybe only 80% of the inventory. Well, it's going to be a lot tougher to move that inventory once you hit December 26th. That exact same product could be considerably cheaper once you get past Christmas. Fourth example, so I've showed one that's been a little bit more expensive, two that have been less. A fourth example, and it's one that's kind of near and dear to my heart and the activities that I love to do. It's Broadway tickets, show tickets. So most Broadway shows offer their tickets at a discount. Sometimes it's in advance through discount codes, or there's a website, tdf.org, that many people could be eligible for to look for discount tickets in advance. Sometimes it's the day of by going to the tickets booth in Times Square. So most shows are discounted, but these discounts are much more difficult to find between December 26th to, say, January 1st or January 2nd. The reason? Many people are traveling to New York City, and many people in and around New York City have time off. And going to see a show, it's a great way to spend a day. So the pricing between Christmas and New Year's will be much higher. So I hope that you found this video informative. 4 examples of price discrimination that you can find around the holidays. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to get more content. I make videos regularly explaining economic and business concepts, often using pop culture references. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.